Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon. We are back with another video. Today we're doing an updated price prediction video for XRP by the peak of this cycle. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. Hit subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so follow along for that journey. Don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin in the description waiting for you. And let's jump in to talk about XRP. Okay, looking at the chart right now, we are sitting at a price of $2.20 for XRP. I've been covering this extensively on the channel for the past few years, guys. I'm not the biggest XRP bull. Does that mean that it cannot go up in price? Absolutely not. I think it can obviously go higher. It's just that I think other layer one blockchains have the potential to garner more adoption and obviously get more users in the future. And so if I'm looking at the technicals here, we're sitting at $2.20. We got a really nice bounce off of this area around that $1.92 area. That area kind of acting as support going all the way back here. We can see wicks down here in June of 25. We went a little bit lower here in that first week of April, but then going back here consistently in Q1 and even back as far as December of 2024, that area here between $1.92 and $2 holding as very strong support. So it was nice to get this bounce in terms of technical analysis for XRP at this level. Zooming in a little bit closer, we've been kind of having a bit of a V-shaped recovery starting here. Now we're building a base and kind of moving sideways between that 216 and 226 area. And let's see if we're going to have enough momentum to continue moving higher towards maybe this next area of resistance around $2.35. Zooming back out again a little bit further, I think I wouldn't be getting a huge amount of excitement until we actually see the price of XRP getting back up above this particular downtrend. We can see on multiple occasions here since those highs back in the summer, July of 25, multiple times we've tried to push higher out of this particular downtrend. Every time we get even close to it, we're getting rejected. And so I do think we need to see XRP's price getting up to that $250 to $260 area to retest this zone and then get out of that downtrend before I'd start to get really excited about it. Now, we have seen Bitcoin consolidating here around 90,000 to 91,000, and we know that again, whatever happens with Bitcoin is going to have an effect on XRP and the rest of the market. But looking at Bitcoin dominance, again, could we be forming this head and shoulders pattern? I think we are, where we might see a continued move down here over the coming months with Bitcoin dominance. That would mean that XRP might have a chance to begin outperforming Bitcoin. If we look at this XRP/BTC chart very, very quickly, we can also see some price action here that allows us to garner how XRP is actually performing versus Bitcoin. And remember, the only reason I would be investing in anything other than Bitcoin is if I think it has the potential to outperform Bitcoin on a percentage basis. And so again, looking at this trend, I would want to see us trying to come up to retest this area for XRP versus Bitcoin. The nice thing is that we are in kind of this pattern of putting in a series of higher lows on the chart here, moving up nice and steadily over the past few weeks, but getting up to this zone here to retest that trend line, getting above it, that's what's going to get me excited about XRP's price action here versus Bitcoin. That is what happened. Again, if we zoom out here, go back to the weekly chart, that's what happened over here when we got this breakout. Obviously, when that happened in Q4 of 2024, we had multiple retests of that downtrend before eventually smashing above it, and now we're forming a new pattern. So that is what I'd like to see for XRP versus Bitcoin. And if we get a bit of an altcoin season, I do think it's possible that that begins to play out. Let's take a look at one or two other quick charts before we take a dip into our price prediction, because XRP dominance is another very important chart. XRP dominance is telling us how much percentage of total crypto market cap XRP makes up. And at this moment in time, we're seeing XRP making up, roughly speaking, 4.35% of total crypto market cap. Checking out XRP's individual market cap, sitting at 132 billion. So it is substantial, guys. It's not a small fish in the crypto markets, but the pattern here of XRP's market dominance has been, I guess, overshadowed by this kind of 5 to 6% area that it has struggled to get above since 2019. I'm going to zoom out on the chart here once again just to illustrate that point, because if we look and go all the way back to this area in October of 2019, you can see that that area held as a key level of resistance in October 2019. Again, we wicked up here in December of 2020, and then dominance for XRP has been in this sideways channel, effectively between 1% and 5% or 6% on the upper bound here for the past number of years. Over the past year to, 14 months, we've been in a more tight range here between kind of 3.75 and 6%, even lower at 5.6%. So again, XRP dominance needing to move back up to try and retest this area and get above it would be a very important level, because you have effectively 6 years worth of resistance building up on the chart here at that particular 6% dominance level for XRP. The reason I'm bringing up dominance is because in our price prediction equation, dominance of the asset is one of the variables that I plug into that price prediction target. You can't ignore the data on the chart. And zooming out further, we have had periods in previous cycles where XRP dominance has been up at 20+%. Do I think it's ever getting back to that area? Personally, I do not. XRP bulls, feel free to disagree with me in the comments. But I think even if we can get up to, this 5 to 6% area, that is going to be a fantastic area for XRP to get back up to and retest for its dominance level during the peak of the alt season, if and when we get it. So just remember these numbers, because there is such strong resistance at that 6% level for 6 years. We are going to need a huge amount of momentum for XRP to truly get back above that 6% dominant level. Okay, let's take a look at our price prediction without further ado, because I know that is what you are all here for. Remember, I do break this down into a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario. And what I'm thinking here is, in a bear case scenario, total crypto market cap could get to $5 trillion. Remember, my bear case is not your bear case. You might have higher numbers or higher targets for total crypto market cap, but the three variables in the equation here are total crypto market cap, the dominance percentage of XRP, and then number of tokens in circulation. You can reverse engineer this formula yourself, plug in your own variables, but looking over here, we've got 60.33 billion XRP tokens in circulation right now. That's going to keep growing as we move into the end of this year and obviously through 2026. And so I'm putting in an estimate for about 62 billion XRP tokens in circulation here over the next 12 to 15 months. So running those numbers with those variables, bear case scenario, total crypto market cap getting and peaking at $5 trillion US dollars. If XRP can get up to 6% dominance, that's going to give us a $300 billion market cap. Dividing that by 62 billion XRP tokens gets us to a $4.84 price target in my bear case scenario. Okay, zooming out here again, looking at the base case, my base case thinks about us getting somewhere closer to $7 trillion in US total crypto market cap. Again, XRP getting all the way up to 6.8% dominance. That would mean us breaking through that substantial level of resistance on the chart that goes all the way back to 2019. That's going to get us to $476 billion market cap. Dividing it again by 62 billion tokens gets us to around $7.67 for the price target of XRP in my base case scenario. And then finally, if the stars align, if we get a super bullish blow off top, we could see total crypto market cap going as high as 9 trillion US dollars. If XRP can get all the way up to 7.8% dominance, remember that is going to be a very difficult task. It's going to have us getting all the way up to these levels on the chart here that we have not seen effectively since April of 2019. So that would be very, very bullish, but that's going to get us to a $720 billion market cap for XRP. Again, dividing it by 62 billion tokens gets you to an $11.32 price target in my most bullish case scenario. Okay, I'm still above double digits for the bull case. It is a slight downward revision since the last XRP price target that I gave, guys. But I want to know your comments. I want to know what you're thinking. Drop a comment below this video with your price target for XRP by the peak of this cycle. If you think that's going to happen in the next 12 to 15 months, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below this video. I want to know your price target for XRP over the next 12 to 15 months. That is it for today's video, guys. Remember, if you got any value out of this XRP price prediction, please, please, please just take 3 seconds, smash that thumbs up button right now. It's under my finger on your screen. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 100K subscribers, so follow along for the journey. Don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin in the description. It is my gift to you, and we'll catch you in the next one.